Welcome in a new episode in which we will speak about the inspiration of Hidetaka Miyazaki for the works of the Souls Borne, of his work of Souls Bornes. And as I promised you today, we have a very explosive video in which we will speak about the inspiration for the Old One from Demon Souls. I want to specify how not always I will have written the quote or the thing where I take the idea, where I take the not even the idea, where I take the information. So I will try to do my best in the comments with the minutes of the video and everything. As the channel has more followers, I will consider to invest more of my time. By now, I can only tell you what I have by now, and the people that have the same read the same documents may recognize that they are true or not, but otherwise you have to go to read by yourself. So maybe in the future, yeah, I will do this work to make it look more clear. So today we speak about the Old One. We said it, and okay, let's make a description of the Old One now to refresh our memory. So the Old One is basically the last location of Demon Soul. It is under the world, under the earth, maybe in the center of the earth, from what we know. We don't know. And he is in this beach with water and the sand and this mystical environment. He presents himself as a great wooden creature which land on the sea. And according to the story, to the prologue, I don't know, of Demon Soul, he is the god that give the soul to the humans, and then is the god that take the soul away from the humans through the generation of deadly demons that spread all over the world together with a mysterious mist, and that go to retrieve the souls to the humans, killing humans then. So this god is made mainly of whatever the world is made, like wood, rocks, and vegetation mainly. And not sure about rocks, but would be interesting, yeah, to check this if there are rocks inside the old one. So at the end of the game, you can enter inside of you, and then not too many spoilers because where it is not needed, I will not do spoilers. Even though I think who's watching this video already knows. So the old one, from his first come to the earth, he gave the souls, and after he fall in a slumber and slept for a lot of years. Sorry, I don't know the details of the times, but anyway, he have been sleeping for many years, and he was kept asleep by the monks that are some kind of guardians on the top of the shrine dedicated to him. I guess that's the shrine dedicated to him, the Nexus. And when he wake up, he spread a mist all around the world that is expanding from the reign of Boletaria, the place where the game happened. And this mist, together with the demons, is going to cover all the world. So it is the task of our hero to go to him and put him back in slumber. This god seems to have a particular personality, and seems quite passive. The black woman in the Nexus treat him as a baby, as someone that she can give order to. So um, for being some kind of god, this seems a little not that smart as we could imagine. So what happened? Okay, so The inspiration of this character, as many of you know, probably, is comes from Azathoth by H.P. Lovecraft, as always. And Azathoth represent many of the characteristics of this monster. Now I don't know if the holes on the neck of the monster of the old one can be considered mouths, but this is something I noticed just now. But Azathoth is the one that created the universe and then even created the life. So somehow it has a creation, something common with the old one about creation of the life. Then Azathoth is even a deity, is the father of all the other deities, and he lives in the center of the universe. That's why before I was guessing for the old one to live in the center of the earth, from the moment that to reach him, you need to go in a hole in the ground for a lot of space, a lot of, don't know, kilometers. And let's ask help from the screen. So both of them create life. Both retrieve what they have given. Indeed, Azathoth, as the old one, has been sleeping for eons, for a great amount of time, and and when he wake up, he is said that he will destroy all he created, so all the universe. Another thing is that Azathoth was meant to be a very intelligent and smart deity, but it became mindless. We don't know exactly why, according to what, maybe through a war between gods, this is not clear. But he lost all his intelligence and became just let's say, yeah, often it's called a stupid god. And both of them have a great energy inside of them. Azathoth is considered in many ways, has several shapes, one of which is a black hole in the center of the universe. And the old one is a cluster of souls, a cluster of souls that is inside of it. From the moment that he's the one that gives souls and the one that wants the souls back. We can even see the souls inside his body toward the end of the story. But Azathoth, we can again find that the inspiration for him that is without even by admission of H.P. Lovecraft has been inspired by Mana Yod Sushai. This is a character from Lord Dunsany writings, especially by he appears the first time in the Gods of the Pegana, and it is one of the maybe the little story that introduced the modern fantasy in the beginning of 1900, in 1905. He wrote this book about that described the gods and the create of the world and the universe. So the story is quite similar for some things. Still, we have a god that create life. In particular, he created the gods, and then the gods create the life while he's sleeping. And so both of these gods sleep again. This is the third character that sleep for long ages. And then we have we don't have the common aspect of the mindless creature, because Mana Yod Sushai simply is sleeping, but is not is not mindless, and he is not considered as a concentrate of energy, even though probably he can do whatever he wants. Anyway, both of these characters have great powers. Something we can, another connection that we can do not together with the Old One, but only with Azathoth, is that both these creatures are kept asleep by music. So we have some deities that play music to Azathoth to keep him asleep and not make him wake up to destroy all he created. And we have Kral, if I well remember, that is a deity that play bongo, Trumps, or maybe that is the American president. Anyway, to keep him asleep. Because even Mana Yod Sushai is the, let's say, prophecy says that when he will wake up, he will destroy all has been created by the gods and the gods itself, probably to create again the gods in another Paleogenesis, another creation of the universe from zero. No one knows why these two gods have created the life, and the last thing we can add is that both of them somehow are related to the mist, and this can even be part of another video, but in general the mist is where Mana Yod Shusai used to live, to stay, just over Pegana, where where the gods live, and even Azathoth, between his sons, there is a god called the Mist. But okay, we keep general on this by now. So we can find now one of the greatest inspiration from the work of H.P. Lovecraft. And when I say H.P. Lovecraft, I mean even Hidetaka Miyazaki, because we have to consider Hidetaka Miyazaki as I am. Let's say I am to Hidetaka Miyazaki as Hidetaka Miyazaki is to Lovecraft. I mean with this that now here there could be Hidetaka Miyazaki speaking about Lovecraft and go to search back to his inspiration to understand better his works. He can be considered some kind of fan of the work of H.P. Lovecraft. So whatever has something to do with H.P. Lovecraft is something which I'm quite sure that Hidetaka Miyazaki has been digging in to find out new secrets about the author. So all I say here is potentially something that is even in the mind of Hidetaka Miyazaki, and that he used in a similar way to H.P. Lovecraft to create powerful universe full of reference, and that put its structure on the base of ancient myths that allow him to create a deeper level story. Of course, if Hidetaka Miyazaki created just the Old One and say, okay, this is a bunch of trees floating in the air, that would be not as fascinating as it is now, when we know that it is inspired by thousands and thousands of years of mythology. So here there is one of the greatest inspiration of H.P. Lovecraft. That is the world of ancient Egypt. Of course, he take from basically all the culture, but he mainly look at Egypt for many of his works. And in future, we can even find other proofs that this imaginario is imaginary, maybe, is taken even by Hidetaka Miyazaki. So probably you already read everything while I was going out of the topic. So Azathoth can be considered again inspired even by other characters, from Atum or Tem or Temu or tomb or atom. That E between is my Italian way to say end. Okay, this creature, this god, is the first god in the Egyptian, let's say, creation story. This god, Atum, was auto-generated by the waters of chaos. This happen often in many stories like this in all over the world, where there are the water of chaos that generate something, especially the first god. And Atum is the one that creates life, and it seems he's gonna be the one that is going to take the life back at the end of the world from the humans. And unfortunately, he doesn't fall asleep for a lot of years, and he doesn't have anything to do with the mist in general. On the other side, we have by the way, I'll go on with the slide, so we delete what we don't need anymore, and we find that okay, as we said, the Atom will retry what he have created when he, okay, not when waking up, but in general at the end of the world. And on the other side, we have what may have given the final part of the name of Azathoth. Not sure about the prefix A in the name of this god. I think here I fuck up, but never mind. He should be called Tot without the A. Sorry, but I don't have that much time to do these videos, so I will surely not do these slides again. So Tot is at the end of the name of Azathoth, and in common he has that he contributes to the creation of the world. He is the god of writing, magic, and even god of the moon. So we can do a fast connection with still the Old One, because the Old One is basically the god of the magic. Indeed, together with the souls, it seems he bring even the magic, and the miracles seems to come from him. But if we listen to the sage Frieke, I don't know how to pronounce, in Demon Souls, you will know him. He claimed that the god, then the Old One, have created both the magic spells and the miracles. And so we can consider the Old One even god of the magic. Okay, and about the moon, we find that the Old One is made of plants, of vegetation. So if and we find at the same time a connection with the grass and the moon in Demon Souls, in which the grass for curing and so giving life to the player is always a grass that grow in some moment of the phases of moon. So thanks to the moon, this grass grow, and there is a great connection between the moon and the vegetation all over the series of Miyazaki. And so even this Atot is particularly adored, even according to the phases of the moon and to the different stage in which the moon looks. And I wanted to report a part of the of the story about the creation of the world by of the Egyptian. If I remember, if I find again the link, I will post for sure. And it says, in the beginning there was nothing but a dark, watery abyss of chaos. Just something that is inspiring, considering the beginning of Dark Souls. I even wanted to put the animal of thought because because oh yeah, because I forgot to speak about it, and that is the holy animal that inspire the that represent the god. And on the left we have the for Atum we have a chaos snake that comes out from the chaos waters, and so these are the two animals that represent them. I wanted to put them because I don't know, maybe someone may find other connection that I didn't found. So to me they are, anyway, I think the animals that represented the gods are important, so I wanted to speak about it. So let's go to the next part, in which there is to do another connection with another deity of H.P. Lovecraft, but for different reason. Then I decide to put it later. So Shub-Niggurath is a deity that usually H.P. Lovecraft used for the stories in which he write for another person, the commission of other people that pay him for writing the stories or correct the stories. He will put Shub-Niggurath as a parallel pantheon deity. And we can find that Shub-Niggurath has a lot of other connection with the Old One. So we start, of course, noticing his connection with the goat. I think the inspiration of H.P. Lovecraft for the claiming that Shub-Niggurath, for the description of Shub-Niggurath as a black goat with many childs, is the painting by Goya that we have in the left. And this idea, I think, has been even taken by Berserk, because in both the picture on the left, it seems that this god, a little as the god that we will see later, have sexual relation with humans, and then from here I think where his sons come from. So Shub-Niggurath is this kind of monster that create a lot of demons and monsters. Here there is a foreshadowing for other videos in the future. So in the story by Gary Mayers that I didn't read, this come straight from Wikipedia. The story called What Rogue Beast seems that Shub-Niggurath is described as the mother of all the gods. So here we have some kind of inconsistency with the universe of H.P. Lovecraft. Shub-Niggurath is not only shown as a god, but is even that have many child, and the god that, of fertility, etc., etc. But is even considered, is even represented as a tree-like shaped god, which is very similar to the representation of the Old One. And even he created his sprawl, his followers, through he created a great number of sons. Okay, let's call it like this. And the same way the Old One created the demons. I think this connection between the number of the great number of childs and the representation with the wood can, and at the same time even the god-like representation bring to a very obvious conclusion that Shub-Niggurath comes directly from the god Pan. So this god is the god of the wood, of the depth, of the abyss. He is often represented as a godlike person, like a satyr. Even Shub-Niggurath transform his worshippers in satyrs somehow, immortal satyrs. And so Pan is quite a good think connection with the Old One, considering still his wood connection to the wood. And Pan means everything, and is often connected even with Panes, if that's the pronunciation. That is a god of the god that represent the firstborn in all the universe of the Greek mythology. The first, we can consider it the first god, and he represent the firstborn that then give life to all the other creatures that live on the earth. And even this god has many connection with Pan. He is somehow connected with the nature, with everything that is nature. Pan even is connected with the moon, so we in even Shub-Niggurath is has a strong connection with the moon from the moment it appear during rituals with the moon. So I know quite for sure that Shub-Niggurath is connected with the moon as symbology. Pan is too, and then even Panes. So we find many connection between all the gods we speak about. If we want to make a fast repeating of all the characteristic, is that these gods have all in common that they create life. They some of them retrieve the life that they give, so they must be kept asleep or anyway away to not make the world end. And these gods are some of them related to the wood and to the moon. So yeah, these are the main characteristics that I would point out about all these creatures. And of course, they are the first living being that we know about in general. So they are the creators of the world as we know it. And usually they don't have a father over them that created them, but they auto-generated. Okay. And don't know if I mentioned it, and even I wanted to repeat the connection with the vegetation, with the creation of the vegetal world in general. So in the same way as the demon souls, the moon, making the grass grow, the same way we find the connection between Pan with the moon and the forest. So I think we can consider this characteristic on the Old One: connection with the moon, connection with the nature and the wood in particular, and its similarities with the mythological creatures of the past, in particular the Mana Yod Sushai and how's called that one? Azathoth and even Atem. These connections are quite strong, so the only way it can be not this way is that actually a greater number of deities have this kind of culture and story behind, and so these are just some reflection of the same stories repeated again and again. But I found in this the most easy to find deities that Lovecraft may have studied about, and then Miyazaki can have taken inspiration from. Now I want to speak a last little thing that may interest to the ones of you that still didn't fall asleep. That is about a connection, a straightforward connection between Demon Souls and Dark Souls 2. We have other connection, of course, with other chapters of the Miyazaki works, but this seems the most obvious to me in this moment. So we know that the Old One was inspired. Okay, we know that Azathoth was inspired for sure by Mana Yud Sushai, and we know that then the Old One was inspired by Azathoth. And we have a shrine called Amana in Dark Souls 2 that is I consider to be the shrine of mana with a A before mana. This shrine then is very similar to the representation of the Old One, as a great quantity of trees and vegetation in general. So the connection here is, I think, is already strong, but I have many other connection to do with this. So we can guess that okay, we can make the connection with the Milfanito, that are these women that sing inside the Amana shrine to give rest to some entity that may be the frog at the end of the path or other things. And then we have the so this make them very similar to the deities that keep their god asleep, as Mana Yod Shusai, and this happens in the shrine of Amana. Then we have another quite clear information from the shield of the soldiers of the knights walking inside this location. That is the slumbering dragon shield. This shield, okay, let's read the description so we go more fast. Shield of the Archdrake sect of Lindalt represent a slumbering dragon, and it's intended for use in covert rituals, and it recovers stamina. Okay, I'm a little dumb, and I didn't put the part in which it says that this Dracon, actually the story of this dragon is the second part of the description, talk about this slumbering dragon that has been woken up, and he destroyed all the city, I guess, where he used to sleep. So still a greater entity that get awakened and destroy everything, basically. So I am quite sure that here there is a very obvious connection with Mana Yod Shusai, and then obviously to the Old One, going through Azathoth. And I think this is very interesting. And here I want to report a post on I don't remember the name. Okay, you can on Reddit, yeah, about this butterfly on the top of the map of Amana Shrine, and this butterfly seems to have the oh no, I didn't write the name. Anyway, to have that plant in the bottom right of the screen inside. It is a plant that helps for magic. Is a plant, so it's connected to the Old One. Is a plant that grow with the influence of the moon, like the grass in Demon Souls, so connected to the moon as the Old One. And and that's it. I don't have other connection. So this butterfly, if get killed, can drop this plant that give a connection to the moon and to the vegetation in general. And so I want to leave you with my last speculation about this topic, because I would like you to get crazy for this thing as I am now. Wondering if what we see in this image is nothing less than the mouth of the Old One that is dead and that is facing on the top, or maybe it's just a part of his body, who knows, and that and that's it. Yeah, could be the mouth of a part of the body of the Old One, and that is why this is called the shrine of mana, so the shrine of the Old One. So this can be, let's remember again the Milfanito that sings inside of it, and the shield of the knight. And I think this is a quite strong reference. Can be just, of course, all of this thing can be just recalling something, but I think all this information can help us to find out the story behind Dark Souls. And even though some people say that the beauty of Dark Souls is that there is not a precise story to find out, I would like, from the moment this is the first important video for my theory, I would like to take this occasion to, I think this is Italian, I try to change in English, this opportunity to speak about this, saying that if there is really no point inside this story, and I don't think it's like that, then really all the fun of this thing that we are doing would go away, because otherwise we would just run around to catch our own tail as a dogs. So I don't want to end up as the people trying to look for a meaning for the talisman in Dark Souls 1. And I'm really willing to stop this research about Dark Souls, and to try to give my contribute to settle some concept to the ground, and to allow even other people in the future to use them to go on moreover with their exploration of this mystery. So the next time we are going to speak about the moon presence, and I don't know if this is gonna be, I still didn't write it, it's all in my head, and some parts are a little messed, but of course I will always only tell you the parts of which I'm sure, and that are enough reliable to be settled as new standards about the story of the Souls Borne series. So I hope you liked this video. If you think it's cool, stay tuned, because there will be other videos. So hope you're interested, and let me know what you think about it. Bye bye.